Hi everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. I've come up with a 3-step method to speak English fluently and confidently. I have a lot of videos related to this. Go check out. So what is this method? This is basically I just take up any basic conversational topic which is used in our day-to-day communication, day-to-day conversation and day-to-day talk. I choose those topics and I come up with vocabulary related to that topic. I come up with sentence construction, how you can construct sentences related to that vocabulary. And the last part, I speak on that topic so that it's easier for you to start speaking in English on any topic with anywhere, anytime. So this is what a 3-step method is, and it is very helpful and very fruitful. I have got a lot of good feedback about it. A lot of professionals and students have benefited from this technique, and that is why I want you to adapt this method and start speaking in English fluently and confidently within no time. And today my topic is zoo. We all have been to a zoo, and the memories are associated with our childhood. As a child, everybody is excited to go to a zoo, and I'm sure you too. So today let's talk about vocabulary related to zoo. And I'm going to come up with sentences also with those vocabulary, how you can use that in your own sentences. And then I'm going to talk about my experience of visiting a zoo. Are you ready? Let's get started. But before that, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession. And I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. But if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, do write your comments in the comment section, and do not forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to master this skill. Let's revisit a zoo. Starting the first vocabulary, what is a zoo? A place where animals are kept for people to visit. Okay, and it is a large, big area, which is more like a jungle or a forest. They try to come up with natural surroundings for animals there. Okay, so that is a zoo. I have been to a zoo many times during my childhood. Another thing, when you enter a zoo, you'll find that all the animals, mostly the animals are caged. There's a big cage in which the animals are kept. Okay, and we stand before the cage and we see the animals, basically. So what is a cage? Closed space with bars used to keep animals safe. So it's for both, right? To keep the humans also safe and to keep the animals also safe. So that is a cage. In my school, there was a small zoo in which animals were caged. Enclosure. A special area in the zoo where animals can move freely. Now, a lot of wild animals like elephants, giraffes, zebras, deers, lion, tigers, leopards, etc., etc. There are a lot of animals which want to be free, right? They want a natural surrounding. So that is why it's a big space, a big area which is there, which is a closed area, of course, but it's a big area where animals can walk in freely. So that is called enclosures. So most of the wild animals are kept in enclosures. Okay, so most of the wild animals are kept in enclosures in a zoo. Habitat, the natural home of an animal. Again, I said, they want to be in the natural surrounding, the natural habitat. Okay, so that is why they have been kept in enclosures so that they can move freely. It is a large space, it is a big space. Okay, a lot of wild animals need natural habitat to survive. Okay, another word is zookeeper. A person who takes care of the zoo is called a zookeeper. Okay, a zookeeper's job is not easy. Visitor. A person who comes to visit the zoo or to see the zoo is called a visitor. Like people like you and me who go and visit the zoo is called a visitor. Okay, every weekend the zoo is packed with visitors. Ticket. we have to buy ticket from the counter to enter the zoo. So a pass to enter the zoo is called a ticket. We always have to buy ticket to enter the zoo. We always have to buy a ticket to enter the zoo. Signboard, a board that shows information about the animals. So whenever there is a cage or any enclosures, whichever animal is found at that location where you can see them, there is a signboard about the animal and a small detail about it you can find there. So it's always better to read a signboard. So I always prefer reading the signboard to know more about the animal. I always prefer reading a signboard to know more about the animals. Okay, another one is information board, a board that gives facts about the animals and zoo areas. Now, zoo is a huge area. It's a very big area. So there are information boards where you can see to know which animal will be found where or what is where basically. Okay, if you're interested to see lion, tigers, if you're interested to see birds, if you're interested to see some reptiles, mammals, etc. So you know where the location is. So you can choose from there where to start from. Okay, so that is an information board. I always check the information board after entering the zoo. I always check the information board after entering the zoo. Another word is zoo guide. A person who shows visitors around and gives information is called a zoo guide. So there are lots of zoo guides available in the zoo which is there to help you. So always prefer to have a zoo guide when you visit the zoo. So always prefer to have a zoo guide when you visit a zoo. Zoo tour. Another word is zoo tour. A planned visit around the zoo to see different animals. Okay. For example, a school organized a zoo tour. A school organized a zoo tour. Okay. Picnic area. So in every zoo, there is a specific area where you can sit and have your food or eat something. Okay. And there are some specific food stalls also available somewhere around. Okay. Where you can take the food and you can just sit and eat. Okay, so that is a picnic area. We sat in the picnic area to have a food at the zoo. We sat in the picnic area to have a food at the zoo. Binoculars. We can also carry binoculars along with us. What is a binocular? A tool used to see animals clearly from far away. Okay, so there's a big area. It's, as I told you, it's like forest. So some, animals are hiding behind the trees or they're resting. So we can't see it clearly, right? So if we have binoculars, we can definitely see the animals very clearly from far away. Otherwise, we have to wait for them to come out. I've never used binoculars at zoo. I have never used binoculars at zoo. Another word is fence. What is a fence? A structure around the enclosures to keep the animals safe. A structure around the enclosures to keep the animals inside safely. Okay, so it is a structure which is built around the enclosure so that the animals are protected. They are safe inside. Okay. So we see a lot of fencing at the zoo. In every zoo, the animals are kept inside the fence. In every zoo, the animals are kept inside the fence. Animal show. A performance in the zoo where trained animals do tricks. Okay, the animals are trained to do the tricks and they perform there. It's called an animal show. I've seen a lot of animal show at the circus. I've seen a lot of animal shows at the circus. Now, there's a safe zone also. A protected place for visitors inside the zoo is called a safe zone. Whenever there is wild animals or the animals which are a little dangerous, so there's a safe zone where people are asked to be there to see the animals from the safe zone. So that is a safe zone. Every zoo has a safe zone. Every zoo has a safe zone. So guys, these are specific vocabularies related to zoo you need to talk about. I have come up with sentences also so that it's easier for you to understand the meaning and use it in your own sentences. So when you describe a zoo, you can't just say that, it was amazing, it was exciting, it was very good. But you have to be specific also, right? You have to talk about there was this big zoo gate, there was information board, there was, signboards, there was a picnic area, etc., etc. You have to talk about all these things. Right? So that is why learning vocabulary related to the topics, making sentences about it, and then speaking on that topic is very much required to speak English fluently and confidently in any situation, anywhere with anyone. right? Start practicing this method in this way from today and you'll see a lot of difference after 30 days for sure. I have a long list of videos. Do check out and let me know in the comment section if it has helped you or if you feel it can help you. Anything will do. So the last part is I am going to talk about my experience at a zoo. I loved visiting a zoo as a child. I was very excited to see the wild animals. And it's really fun. It's always fun to watch animals live or with your own eyes. I've always seen wild animals in textbooks or on TV, but have never seen them in front of my eyes. And it was a beautiful experience. I was very excited to see the animals at the zoo. I have also fed monkeys with my own hands. It was scary, but it was fun at the same time. Recently, I have been to a safari as well. That is also a very different experience. When you visit a zoo, at times you will not be able to find animals or you will not be able to see animals. You have to wait for some times. And I loved waiting for them. I used to wait for minutes and minutes just to see a glimpse of the animal. They used to rest or sleep, behind the tree or anywhere else, and they used to walk around and come back a little later. So I used to wait for them to come there so that I can see. And I loved waiting. When we were hungry, we used to buy food from the food stall and we used to sit in the picnic area and eat our food as well. The other big attraction for me was the bird section. I love watching birds and how they build their nests. It's really beyond our imagination, how they build their nest. So guys, this was my experience of visiting a zoo. You all also must have some childhood memories of visiting a zoo or whenever, it's not necessary that during childhood only you have visited. If recently also you have visited a zoo or you want to visit a zoo, you can just talk about it, right? So take this topic, learn these vocabularies, start speaking it in your own sentences and start practicing it in English. Start speaking on related topics in English to practice English speaking. And I'm sure you'll see a lot of difference in your speech. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye and take care.